biggest change to entry-level jobs may not be that they disappear overnight. It may be that the first tasks people learn from are changing first. Drafting, sorting, summarizing, scheduling, first responses. Those were the tasks new workers used to learn from. That matters because entry-level work has never been just work. It is where people learn the system, earn trust, make small mistakes, and build the judgment that leads to the next role. So the real question is not, will AI take every entry-level job? The better question is, what happens when AI starts doing the training work before new workers get the chance? In this video, we look at how the beginning of a career is changing. We look at what that means for early career workers, and we look at how to prepare without panic. For decades, the entry-level bargain was simple. Start with routine tasks, learn the business, and gradually take on more responsibility. That bargain is changing because AI is now doing more of the first-pass work. The drafting, the sorting, the summaries, the first response. This does not mean entry-level roles are disappearing. It means the way beginners prove they belong is shifting. The shift is from completing tasks to improving the work that AI helps create. The first tasks that change are usually the routine ones. In support teams, AI can draft the first customer reply. In marketing, AI can create a first version of a social caption or short outline. In research, AI can summarize documents or gather facts for an initial briefing. In operations, AI can handle scheduling, data cleanup, and simple status updates. So the early part of a job is becoming less about doing every step yourself. It is becoming more about choosing the right answer. The skills that matter most are not the ones AI can already do. Judging whether AI output is accurate and useful. Spotting missing context or hidden assumptions. Communicating clearly with teammates and customers. Translating a business question into the right next step. The value of a beginner shifts from manual execution to quality control and decision-making. The real question is not, will AI take this role? The better question is, which parts of this role are becoming automated and what new responsibilities are emerging? For many entry-level positions, the answer is redesign rather than replacement. If the machine handles the first draft, the human now handles the revision, the exception, the judgment call. That makes the first job harder in a different way, but it also makes it more meaningful. It means beginners are being asked to think like a reviewer sooner. Here are 3 practical steps people can take this week. Map your daily tasks. Write down which parts of your work are routine and which parts require judgment. The routine pieces are the ones AI is most likely to assist. Keep track of your decisions. Save examples of when you corrected a draft, solved a problem, or clarified a messy situation. Those examples show the work that AI cannot do on its own. Learn tools, but stay in control. Use AI to draft, summarize, or organize. Then practice reviewing the results the way an editor, analyst, or manager would. If you have a manager, ask how your role can include more of the judgment work and less of the tasks the tool can already do. The jobs are not disappearing, but the approach to entry-level work needs to change. And that means some behaviors that used to signal competence now signal you are not ready for the next step. Stop accepting AI output without checking it. The opposite mistake is just pasting in what the tool generates and moving on. That does not prove judgment. That proves you did not think. The work is in the review, the catch, the correction. Stop waiting to be given permission to experiment. Many new workers assume that using AI on the job means they need approval first. In most roles, that is not true. Ask your manager if you are unsure, but do not assume you need to avoid these tools. The tools are already changing how the work flows. The question is whether you lead that change or get caught behind it. Start building a portfolio of your judgment calls. When you catch an error in AI output, when you know something is wrong even though the tool thinks it is right, when you fix a misunderstanding before it goes out the door. Keep those examples. Write a short note. What was the problem? How did you spot it? What did you do about it? This is the actual work that matters. This is what you show a future employer or manager. Start learning the layers of the tools you use. You do not need to become an engineer, but you do need to understand what AI does well and where it regularly stumbles in your specific work. If you are in customer service, learn where chatbot summaries miss the emotional tone. If you are in research, learn what topics the tool regularly gets wrong. If you are in operations, learn when the automation creates logical gaps. That pattern recognition is your competitive edge. Start asking better questions about the work. Instead of, can I do this faster with AI? Ask, what does this task actually need to accomplish? Then decide whether AI speeds it up or whether AI is the wrong tool. That is a skill nobody taught you in school, and it is increasingly valuable. Here is something that does not get said enough. This change creates an opportunity. For the first time, an entry-level worker can look like they have more experience than they do. A manager who is still measuring entry-level success by how hard did you work might not understand immediately, but the work is still there. The judgment is still there. The refinement is still there. You are not faking competence. You are demonstrating something more valuable, the ability to use available tools to increase quality and speed while staying in control. That is the entry-level advantage right now. You get to learn two skills at once, the actual job skill and the skill of working alongside AI. Most workers had to learn these separately, years apart. You get to learn them together, which means you will likely master the second one faster than most of your future colleagues. That is not luck, that is positioning. So here is the practical takeaway. You do not need to panic about AI and entry-level jobs. You do need to shift your thinking about what entry-level work is for. The sooner you learn to use those tools while keeping the judgment, the sooner you move out of entry-level work. The people who resist the tools and insist on doing everything by hand might look busy, but they are not moving forward as fast. The people who use the tools smartly while asking the right questions are the ones who get noticed. They are the ones who are ready for the next role. You can be that person. Entry-level jobs are not simply vanishing. The first stage of most careers is being redesigned. Beginners are being asked to do more checking, more refining, and more decision-making. That matters for AI, work, money, and the economy. Because this shift is about how people start earning trust, growing into a role, and adding value where machines are already helping. Comment below, what part of your entry-level workflow do you think will change first? At Machine Minds, your opinion matters to us. Until next time, take care.